My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Jivanmukti Viveka by Swami Vidyaranya. Today's topic is characteristic of a Jivanmukta or Jivanmukta Lakshana. Sri Ramachandra asks Vashishta Rishi, please tell me the characteristics of a Jivanmukta or Jivanmukta Lakshana. So Swami Vidyaranya tells the teaching of Sri Rama, Sri Vashishta to Sri Rama in the form of Jivanmukta Lakshana. But here one dilemma comes to us. Who is Jivanmukta? Jivanmukta is somebody who is free from the body, mind, and intellect, and he has become one with Brahman, pure awareness. Brahman is nirguna, nirakara. Brahman is formless. Brahman has no characteristic, no qualities. So how can Jivanmukta can have a lakshana? How can Jivanmukta have a qualities? Is the question clear? A Jivanmukta is enlightened. He has one with Brahman. Brahman has no qualities. Can Jivanmukta have qualities? What qualities are there? This is the question. The same question Arjuna asks in Sri Krishna, Bhagavad Gita Shloka 2.56. Sthita pradnasya ka bhasha? Ka bhasha samadhistasya Arjuna samadhistasya. How does Sthita pradna speak? And how does this Sthita pradna behave? And how he is in samadhi? This question is asked by Sri Arjuna to Sri Krishna. So we are trying to understand the qualities of Sthita Prajna in two dimensions. When he is sitting in samadhi and when he is interacting with the world. This is the question which Arjuna asked. A Sthita Prajna or enlightened one, how is he when he interacts with the world and how is he in the state of samadhi? This is the question which Arjuna asked Sri Krishna. Sri Ramachandra also asked the same question to Vashishta Rishi. So let us understand the qualities of Sthita Prajna in this background. So coming back to our original framework, there are 6 stages of enlightenment. Shubhecha, Vicharana, Tanumanasi, Sattvapati, then Asamasakti, Padartha Abhavani, Turyaga. A person who has reached stage of 4 is called self-realization or Brahmavid. He is called Jivanmukta and Videhamukta. He is enlightened and he has no more rebirth. Now, Jivanmukta or Videhamukta, there are 2 points of understanding. From the point of view of a Gnani, he is already Jivanmukta, Videhamukta. He has, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect. He is Mukta, free. At the same time, he is Videhamukta also. There's no body, I'm not a body. This he experiences in the state of samadhi. But when the body appears, when he wakes up samadhi, he has to interact with the world. Okay? So then he interacts with the world as if he is in a dream-like state. But for common people, so Gnani is interacting with the world. For them, they think that Gnani has a characteristic lakshana. What are the characteristics of the Gnani is the question. Because Gnani sits in samadhi and realizes I am not the body, mind, intellect. Nanu, nanambudu, nanalla, ideha, manabuddhi, nanalla, Sachidanandatma Shivananane Shivoham Shivoham. Realization has happened and he's in deep state of samadhi. But when he comes back to the world, the body has appeared and he's entered the world, and people think that Gnani has a characteristic. In reality, Gnani has no characteristic. He is Nirguna Nirakara. But from the people point of view who are in Maya, Gnani appears to be having characteristics. So that understanding and explanation is given. So let us take the two cases. On the left hand side, there's a person who is depressed, and right hand side, Ramana Maharshi is there. Is there a difference between the two people? A person who is depressed and person who is Ramana Maharshi who is sitting like that. A person who is depressed, if you talk to him, he may not give answer. Hello? 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 He doesn't give answer. Whereas, if you talk to Ramana Maharshi, Namaste Maharshi ji, he may not even turn his face. The behavior appears to be similar, not responding to external stimuli. Okay? So now, are they same? They are not the same. The behavior of a person who is depressed or an alcoholic, his mind is absorbed in the dreamlike state. Mind is completely mixed with the thoughts. His mind is absorbed in the thought state. So when the mind is absorbed in a thought state, you don't respond to a external stimuli. When the mind is absorbed in a thought state, you don't respond to stimuli. So an ignorant person, a person is alcoholic, a person in depression, does not respond if somebody calls. A Ramana Maharshi also doesn't respond if somebody calls. So a person depressed does not call because his mind is absorbed in thoughts. Ramana Maharshi doesn't respond because he is absorbed in thoughtless state. So Ramana Maharshi doesn't respond because he is absorbed in self, Atma. So a person who is alcoholic is absorbed in the thoughts and imaginations and the worldly activity. This is what happens when you talk to somebody. Okay, the person may be absorbed in something, whatever is that. Maybe a work, maybe a cricket match, or maybe a movie. Okay, then the person cannot respond to you because his mind is elsewhere. His response to the stimuli is poor. You may get offended also. This person is not listening to me. Okay, you may get a blastings also. In reality, it is not about you. His mind is absorbed in something at that point of time. So the mind can get absorbed in something, then it can't respond to other stimuli. Ramana Maharshi's mind is constantly absorbed in the self. That's where if you ask him, Namaste Maharshi, he may not even look at you. Namaste Maharshi, you may have to sit half an hour to get his attention because his mind is absorbed in the self. So do not confuse the behavior of the two. Both appear to be similar. They are not same. The person who is depressed is stressed. Ramana Maharshi is in bliss. So there's a difference in the state of the two. So now Let us take the stages of enlightenment. As told, the stage 4 is the state of mukti, Jivanmukti. Normally, stage 4 is not recognized Jivanmukti by the people outside because they don't even know this person is Gnani. Stage 1 to 3 is called samsari. He is identified with the body. Now, if you look at our look at our what you call pyramid, iceberg of our consciousness. The consciousness is like iceberg. The upper part is only 5%. Our conscious mind. Subconscious mind is 95%. Who is samsari? Samsari is one who is not aware of his unconscious. Samsari is unconscious of his unconscious, subconscious. He is not aware of his subconscious. He is unconscious of his subconscious. That's why he's called samsari. That means he gets driven by the vasanas and samskaras, thinks that it's he only is doing. In reality, he does not know his full mind. He knows only 5% mind. That guy is called samsari. Is that understanding clear? Now, when it goes stage 4, he is called Brahmavid or knower of Brahman. He has become wise. He has become conscious of his subconscious. Samsari is unconscious of subconscious. If Brahmavid has become conscious of subconscious. This is the meaning of Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, from darkness to light. Now light has come. Light of consciousness or awareness has gone to unconscious part of you. Are you getting what I'm saying? The unconscious mind is becoming conscious. That's why it's called enlightenment. Light is now going down, deeper. So you have gone a little bit down, deeper. So now, at the first stage 4, it's at the higher level of consciousness. In the depth, it is the topmost. Bandha vasanas are gone. Bandha vasana. But see, you can in the consciousness pyramid, as you go deeper and deeper consciousness, first level you encounter bandha vasana. So bandha vasanas are gone in the stage 4. He gets aparoksha jnana. What is bandha vasana? Bandha vasana is what causes you bondage. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. This is the bandha vasana. It comes from the deep-rooted belief system. The bandha vasanas get broken when you realize Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivanannane, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm pure consciousness, Shivoham. That breaks the bandha vasana. Okay? So now he is called Brahmavid, knower of Brahman. He is a Gnani. But for common people, he doesn't appear to be a Gnani. Internally, he has realized, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm pure consciousness. He has become Videha Mukta and Jivan Mukta internally. But from the worldly point of view, he is still functioning. Okay? People cannot recognize such a Gnani. He will be with you. He can interact with you meaningfully. He can do all the functions meaningfully. But still, internally, he knows, I am Videha Mukta, Jivan Mukta. So this is the state of a Gnani, like Janaka Raja, and possibly Modi ji or Prime Minister. They can interact completely comfortably within the external world, being the Gnani internally. For them, the world is like a dream. How do they operate in the dream world? How do you play a video game? You know it's a game and you play well. So you know, you have a movie. You know it's a movie and you enjoy it. So a Gnani in the stage 4, the world becomes a movie or a video game for functioning. Are you clear? So now it goes a little bit, the person who is, the many Gnanis can settle down at stage 4 because of their prarabdha, or some Gnanis may want to go down and get rid of some more vasanas and samskaras. Bandha Vasana goes at stage 4. Now comes the Kashaya. Kashaya means impressions which are there, which are causing Bhoga Vasana and which are causing a feeling that there's a world out there. That's called Kashaya. So, Kashaya, you heard in Sanskrit, this thing, right? Kashaya. What is that? Decoction. Okay. So, the entire experience of world gets filtered by conscious mind, subconscious mind, a little bit residue remains at bottom. The residue is called Kashaya. It does not disturb a Gnani at 4th stage. Okay. But a Gnani's Prarabdha Karma can take him to 5th stage. So after stage 4, only Prarabdha Karma is driving the life of Gnani. Nothing else. Prarabdha Karma is of 3 types. Swaicha, Parecha, Anicha. Swaicha means my desire. So Gnani's my desire is gone. Parecha means people come to Gnani seeking help and grace and blessings. It's Parecha. It's not his desire. So Gnani responds to Parecha for Loka Kalyana. Anicca means something happens to him. Maybe accident, maybe something happens. But all the time, Gnani will be working for Loka Kalyana because Swa Icha is gone. Okay. Now, Loka Kalyana Icha does not bind him. There's no binding. Only Swa Icha, selfish desire binds. Are we clear? Now, in this selfish desire, there are 2 types. They're coming out of Bandha Vasana and Bhoga Vasana. Bhoga Vasana means something to enjoy. And Gnani also can enjoy a good cup of coffee. Gnani also can enjoy good music. Gnani also can enjoy something in the world. It doesn't mean that Gnani becomes dry and nothing. So Gnani can enjoy. But the only thing is when he enjoys something, he knows it's because of Atmananda expressed through the body-mind complex, not the Vishayananda. Bhoga. The object is not causing happiness. It is Atma. The self bliss of the self is reflecting in the object. That he is aware. So that's why enjoyment of the Gnani is great. He's called Mahabhogi. He can enjoy anything very well. Stage 4. And he will do Loka Kalyana. But what happens? The Prarabdha Karma starts dissolving. The Prarabdha Karma of a Gnani can bring him name and fame. Or Prarabdha Karma of Gnani can bring him misery also. There's no control of Prarabdha Karma. Gnani doesn't control the Prarabdha Karma. So name and fame can come or blame can come. If you remember Ramadasudu, saint in Maharashtra, saint in Andhra Pradesh, he was imprisoned. He was tortured. He was put to horrible pain. Prarabdha Karma coming in the form of suffering. So Gnani doesn't mean that he has insurance against Prarabdha Karma. Only thing is Gnani internally very calm and peaceful when handles Prarabdha Karma. Because he knows the world is like a dream. Now the Prarabdha Karma of Gnani dissolves. What will happen? The activities which he has taken in the world, Loka Kalyana starts coming down. The work done. No more people are coming. They have their own teaching methodology, the systems he has established. Then he has no more role to play in the Prarabdha Karma. Now then he can start going into stage 5, 6 and 7. His Loka Kalyana responsibilities are over. Now what will happen to when he goes to 5th, 6th and 7th stage? In stage 5 is called Kashaya is there. Kashaya means some filtered impressions are there. What is a filtered impression? The world is there. So to get a dream of the world is like a dream. To get a dream, some impression is there. No. That impressions also start dissolving. Kashaya starts dissolving. Manonasha happens. That means his mind is not even projecting a dream. Dream projection starts, reduces. In the stage 4, mind was projecting a dream because of Kashaya. Okay, Prarabdha and Kashaya was projecting a dream in the stage 4. Now the dream projections also start coming down. He starts getting involved more and more in Samadhi. Stage 4, 5, 6, 7 is not because of Svecha, it's because of Prarabdha. So now the Kashaya, which was projecting the world, starts coming down. He's like more like a almost light sleep. He is called Brahma Viduvara. Now Bhogavasana also goes because he's like a sleep-like state. Kashaya is coming down. Kashaya means there's some world outside. So to get a dream, you should have some impression now. That world is there. That impression also starts going on. That's called impression is called Kashaya. Some world can be projected. Now in the stage 4 Jnani, if you interact, he will very actively parts with you. He can play the game very well. Stage 5 Jnani, if you talk to him, he looks like disinterested. He is not disinterested in you. He is absorbed in himself. So disinterested stage is called asamasakti. Because objects of the world doesn't appear to be real at all to him. It means like somebody has played a video game. After playing a video game, enough of the video game. Hey, please come play this game. Yeah, enough of this game. Yeah, he's disinterested in the game called the world. That's called asamasakti. Bhogavasana also goes now. Kashaya starts reducing. In stage 6, stage 5, he's like a light sleep. Dream comes, dream goes. Dream comes, dream goes. Dream of the world. Stage 6, it's like a deep sleep state. The dream doesn't come at all. Now, if he opens the eyes he looks like a world is like a Brahman. No objects. It's not that his eyes have changed. His understanding has changed. Jnana-chakshu has shifted. Now, he has no object to interact at all. Everything is Brahman. Stage 7 has gone. Kashaya has gone now. Kashaya means something called world is there, also is gone. So stage 7, stage 6, stage 7, this is stage 7. So stage 7 Jnani, stage 6 Jnani, he's like in deep sleep. So if you come and talk to him, you feel as if he's in deep sleep. He's fully aware, alert, but in deep sleep. Like stage 7 Jnani cannot even respond. He is beyond all his consciousness. Kashaya is gone now. He's in a pure awareness. So now, do not be under the impression that all the stage Jnani, they cannot interact with the world. A Jnani in stage 7 can interact with the stage 4 also. It is like they can interact if you want, if the situation demands. It's not that it's like one way, one condition. So like that, from higher level, some consciousness, you go into deeper and deeper in unconscious, more and more Kashaya gets clear. Initially, Vasanas get clear, Bandha Vasana get clear, then Bhoga Vasana gets clear, then Kashaya gets clear. So it's a clean state. So now who is Jivanmukta? He is freed from the impressions Bandha Vasana during and after meditation in stage 4. And stage 5, 6, 7, he is free from Kashaya, Bhoga Vasana, and Manonasha happens. Manonasha means mind doesn't even project the external world. Mind doesn't even project the dream world. See, you can think samsari is somebody addicted to video game. Mind is going. Some de-addiction starts. In stage four, he can play the video game, but knowing well it's a game. He's not addicted now. Stage 5, not interested in video game. Stage 6, thought of video game also doesn't come. Like that. So this is the Jivanmukta Lakshana. Now let us understand Jivanmukta, what Yoga Vasishtha Rishi told Rama in a little bit more detail. So Vasishtha Rishi tells Rama, Sri Ramachandra, there are two states of Jnani. Do not confuse them. So Jnani can be in a Samadhi state. Look at the picture of Buddha sitting on right side. A Samadhi state of Jnani. Jnani is absorbed internally. He has no experience of the external world at all. Okay, it's like he appears to be like in coma or deep sleep, but he is conscious. He's fully conscious. This is called Samadhi state of a Jnani. Or Jnani can be fully engaged in the world. It's called Vyutata. So this is called Vyutata. Can you see the Vyutana? Vyutana avastha of Jnani. Jnani can be in Samadhi or Jnani can be in Vyutana. So Buddha in this picture is teaching his disciples. He's fully engaged in the world. Jnani can be fully engaged in the world also. Okay, it's called Vyutana. So Jnani can be in Samadhi or Vyutana. That is the question Arjuna asked. What is the state of Sthita Prajna? Ka Bhasha and how the Jnani is in Samadhi state. Both are explained by Krishna. Vyutana and Samadhi, both are there. Now what happened in Vyutana? In the Vyutana, when you interact with the external world, in the Vyutana stage, Vyutana means external world. There's no sense of doership at all. I am the doer concept is gone. He doesn't feel responsible for the actions or the results of the outcome. He does something, it may be great, it may fail also. It's also okay. Now there is no sense of responsibility. Has he become irresponsible? What is the difference between an irresponsible person and a Jnani? Is there a difference? So irresponsible person does not even take any responsibility, okay, for Loka Kalyana. Whereas Jnani does everything with perfect attention. Irresponsible person does not give attention to what he's doing. Whereas Jnani, whatever he does, is 100% he is involved. Like a child. So is the difference clear? Jnani is also irresponsible. And irresponsible person appears like a Jnani, but they are not. Irresponsible person, whatever he does, his mind is wavering here, there. He doesn't care for the result. He doesn't care for action also. But Jnani is fully in action. So Jnani is action oriented. Irresponsible person inaction oriented. Is the difference clear? So, Jnani is irresponsible. What do you say? Yes, he is irresponsible, but he takes action he does action very well. Do the best of his ability. But he is not attached to result. An irresponsible person has sense of doership. I don't care. I don't do. So Jnani has no sense of doership also. Is the difference clear? Are you irresponsible or are you Jnani? Both. Right? So when Jnani interacts with the world, mind is not at all touched with the world. Whatever happens in the world does not disturb the Jnani. And world does not leave any impression in the mind. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, Moha, Lobha. No Kashaya will go back. Kashaya, he has already filtered out all kashaya, filtered out all deeper impressions. No, nothing filters back into the mind. Otherwise, any interaction in the world, it leaves a filtering. You see, that person told me like this. Okay, so many times your days you are angry. Many days, the deep kashaya is, I can't look at that person. The kashaya has happened there deeply. So Gnani, no kashaya will be left. Somebody comes and shouts at him, is okay. Somebody praises him, it's okay. Momently, it just doesn't get impression, recorded as impression. One person comes and spits on face of Buddha. Buddha just does like this and goes. Ananda gets angry after half an hour. You didn't shout back. That person spit at his face. You are Tathagata Buddha. Buddha says, so what? Ananda has a kashaya. Buddha has no kashaya. Right? Then another important aspect of Gnani is he does not trouble anybody. So Gnani does not trouble anybody. And nobody can trouble him also. Okay. So Gnani does not trouble anybody, but nobody can trouble him also. But people can think that they are troubled by Gnani. That's a different thing. So Gnani has no motivation, no deep desire to trouble anybody. There was a person who comes and shouts at Krishna. What's his name? 100 times he blames. Okay. I forgot his name. Shishupala abuses Krishna. Krishna has no intention to cause disturbance to Shishupala. And Krishna is not disturbed by Shishupala also. But Shishupala is disturbed by Krishna. That you can't help. What will you do? Right? So Gnani does not disturb others. Others cannot disturb Gnani. So there is a Gnani called Socrates. His wife was known as a tough woman. One day he was sitting and meditating. She comes and pours hot water on his head. So she is disturbed by Socrates. But Socrates has no intention to disturb her. She is disturbed by him sitting like this. Gnani does not disturb others. Gnani himself does not get disturbed by anybody. Then people come and ask, oh, your wife poured hot water on you. Are you angry there? Why should you be angry? She's only helping me to understand I am Sthita Prajna. So, this is the state of a Gnani. And when terrible people come, terrorists come, okay, in front of Gnani, he is unperturbed. He is not at all disturbed. And he has no anger to retaliate again. He may do something for Loka Kalyana, but there is no sense of anger, fear in front of a terrorist. This is what happened when Angulimala, the terrorist, faced Buddha. This is what happened when one of the Sikh gurus goes to Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb kills the children of the Sikh guru in front of his eyes. He kills the disciples of the guru. He is not at all disturbed. No anger also. Now, how does Jivanmukti interact with the world? If he has, when Jivanmukta is in Samadhi, he has gone beyond Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. He has become Gunatita in Samadhi. Okay? He has gone beyond 3 gunas in Samadhi. But when he interacts with the world, he interacts with a mind full of Sattva-guna. So the body appears, the mind appears. Now the mind is the quality of the mind is sattva, which is joy, pleasantness. For interacting the body is required, mind is required. The mind is full of sattva now. Joy, bliss, wisdom. He is free from tamas and rajas. The instrument called mind, which is full of sattva guna, Gnani is able to interact with the world. Otherwise, he can't interact. Is it clear? So now, Gnani can be in two states, Samadhi state or Vyutana state. Samadhi state, he is completely free from interaction in the world. In Vyutana state, he can interact completely in the world with the Sattva Guna, mind full of Sattva Guna. And his wisdom is not at all disturbed. Okay. So now, a Gnani in Vyutana stage can give a spiritual teaching, can dance in a function, can take care of the marriage of children. Okay. Right? But he has no stress or no attachment when he does this. He appears like a common man when he is interacting in the world. But internally, there's no stress, there's no fear, there's no anxiety. Mind is calm and peaceful, absorbed in itself in Sattva Guna. So now, I'll give some examples for an understanding state of Gnani. So Gnani, there are two boats here. One boat, there's water inside. Boat is sinking. And other boat is floating in water. So what is the difference between the two boats? One boat has holes and other boat has no holes. So Gnani is like this. He can sail in the water. The water is samsara, the world, very comfortably. And he can also help other people to cross over. He can take people in the boat and help them cross. Okay. The boat is in water, but water is not inside the boat. In case of Adnani, his boat is in water and water is also inside the boat. Sir. He not only he sinks, he makes other people also sink. Is the analogy clear? He is disturbed and he disturbs other people also. He is in samsara. He creates disturbance for others also. So Gnani is comfortable and peacefully sails in Vyutana stage. Vyutana means interact in the world. So now the perception versus reality of a Gnani and Adnani. See, there's a pencil here put into glass glass beaker. So from outside, the pencil appears to be cut because of what you call refraction of light. Pencil appears to be cut. The pencil is not cut. We know pencil is not cut, but it appears to be cut. The perception is not reality. Okay. Similarly, in a dream, we see a dream world. We may see a dream tiger, dream palace. But after waking up from dream, we know dream world was not there, dream palace was not there, unreal. So the world is experientially real, but factually unreal. It's not reality to the world, factually. The pencil appears to be cut, but factually pencil is not cut. Dream world appears to be real, but it's not real. Factually not real. So Gnani, for Gnani in stage 4, he knows what is factual reality, what is experiential reality. He doesn't confuse them. Even when he's going through an experience of joy, sorrow, happiness, unhappiness, He knows it's an experiential reality. It's not a factual reality at all. So he is able to distinguish experiential reality and factual reality. Adnani does not have factual reality. He confuses the experiential reality as factual reality and gets into suffering. So Gnani does not identify with the experience. Is the distinction clear? Factual reality. Oh, does Gnani see the world? Gnani sees the world. Gnani in stage 4 sees the world as a dream. Gnani 5, 6, 7 doesn't see the world. Sees less. It doesn't see much of the world. Gnani in stage 4, he has to see the world. He knows it's experiential, factual, not experiential reality, not a factual reality. He can interact with the world without getting affected by it. 5, 6, 7, it's difficult for Gnani to interact with the world because Kashaya has gone further down. Of course, a Turiyaga or 6 stage, 7 stage Gnani like Ramana Maharshi came back and interact with the world fully well in the 7th stage. It's not the 7th stage, he has gone. Right? He can be Sahaja Samadhi, natural state all the time. So now we have heard many times destruction of the mind of a Gnani, Manonasha. See, the brain has come out of his head. So we think, oh, Gnani has Manonasha. How can he interact with the world? So Gnani, the Manonasha means he has transcended the mind. He has not identified the mind. He is not addicted to the mind. He has gone beyond the mind, understands the mind as an object or instrument. He is no longer addicted to the mind. His mind, see, practically, a common man's mind is affected by what's happening in the world. A Gnani's mind is not at all affected by what's happening in the world. Gnani has a mind for interaction purpose. Sattva guna. Okay. So Gnani has a mind and Gnani is the mind. That's the difference. So Adnani has the mind and Adnani is the mind. That's why it gets disturbed. So Gnani has a mind, but Gnani is not the mind. So has and is makes a lot of difference. What is the difference? I have a mobile, but I am not the mobile. So Gnani has a mind and Gnani is not the mind. That's why he's not disturbed. Whereas Adnani has a mind and Adnani is the mind. That's the difference. In the upper mind, he gets disturbed. So has and is difference if you understand the state of Adnani. So, because he is not identified with the mind or body. So, Gnani has a mind, Gnani has a body, but Gnani is not the mind, Gnani is not the body. So, that's why he is not affected by the body and mind. Where Adnani has a body, Adnani has a mind, Adnani is the mind, Adnani is the body. So, because Gnani is not affected by the world, people say, oh, he has no mind. Right? His mind is not at all affected. That's why people say Gnani has no mind. But no mind means Gnani is not affected by the mind. It's not no mind means he has become blank like an idiot. It's not. He's fully conscious, fully aware. Okay, now what happens to the mind of Gnani? So Gnani's mind can be used. Gnani uses the mind as a tool. Gnani can be fully creative. So Gnani can come out with hundreds of ideas which people cannot cope up. So Gnani has a mind and Gnani uses the mind as a tool for Loka Kalyana. And he can be fully creative. And he can be fully spontaneous. And people, along with Gnani, they find it difficult to cope up with Gnani's ideas and creativity. Okay. So now, here, what happens for a Gnani? He can be fully creative, and many times, Gnani appears to be very absorbed, intensely absorbed. He may speak, for example, some nanis, when they ask a question, they'll give answer. Very appropriate answer, short answer. Their mind can be fully absorbed in the self. That's why they appear to be like in sleep. They're not in sleep. They're fully aware. The mind is observed. Or Gnani's mind can be full of creativity. Creativity blooms through Gnani because the body-mind complex of Gnani is not operated by individual. It's operated by universal consciousness, Ishvara. There's no longer individual. When the universal consciousness, Ishvara, operates through the body-mind complex, the creativity, ideas required for the world will flow through the body-mind complex abundantly. Understand? What is required for Loka Kalyana will flow through the mind of a Gnani. The wisdom flows, the action flows, the compassion flows. So now, Jivanmukta, an enlightened one, and ordinary man, difference is the rope is seen as a snake for the ordinary man. Snake by the ordinary man. He's afraid. The world is seen by ordinary man. He's afraid of the samsara. Good and bad, terrible things, likes and dislikes. Whereas Adnani, for a Gnani, he knows it's a rope. The appearance of the snake doesn't disturb him. The snake appeared to him. In stage 4, snake appears. Stage 5, 6, 7, snake doesn't appear. Stage 4, Gnani, he sees the snake or the world and he knows it's a rope. The perception and reality knows. In 5, 6, 7, the snake also starts dissolving. By and large. Is the distinction clear? So now, how is Gnani? So Gnani is like a lotus in a pond. The lotus is born in mud, grows in water, blooms in sunlight. So Gnani is often depicted as Padmapada, Padmasana, Padmahasta. So Gnani said, oh, his feet is in lotus, or he is sitting on lotus, or he has lotus in hand, right? Actually, these are symbolic. The lotus represents enlightenment. Gnani is also born in mud called world. Gnani also lives in samsara called water. And Gnani blooms with sunlight called wisdom. He is not at all affected by water or mud. He is beautiful. So that's why Gnani is called Padmapada. Padmapada means, we have heard of a disciple of Shankaracharya, Padmapada. Oh, lotus started blooming. It's a metaphorical way. Means his walk is full of wisdom. That's all it means. Walk is full of wisdom means walk represents the action. Actions of wisdom is called Padmapada. Okay. Otherwise, we start imagining, oh, somebody has to talk on water and lotus should bloom, then only he is enlightened. So it's a figurative way of speaking. Water represents samsara. Okay. When the people walk on water, they'll sink. But lotus is blooming. Because of that, Padmapada doesn't sink. He can walk on water. Water called samsara. Padmahasta means in her hands, the lotus is there. Why hands is lotus there? Hands is for giving. He gives the enlightenment wisdom. That's why Padmahasta. Padmasana, that means he sits in lotus position. I mean, it's practical, you see. Lotus, can somebody sit? So lotus posture means when it's not like lotus posture, Padmasana, like this. Okay, yogic posture is called Padmasana is there. Now we are not speaking of Padmasana. Sitting on lotus means his posture, his inner posture is enlightened. His actions are enlightened. Wisdom is there. So now the Ramachandra asks, all these things you said, fine. Okay. You have said so many characteristics. How do you know this characteristics are there or not in somebody? How do you know somebody is wise man, enlightened one? Okay. How do you know? Can anybody has answer? So I tell what Vashishta give answer to Rama. So Vashishta says, look at his face. Okay. His face is same in challenges or difficulties or joy and sorrow. The face is the mirror of the soul. Face reflects what's happening within you. For a wise man, the face is always glowing with bliss and peace. The trouble cannot take away the glow in the face. It's not that he used fair and glowly. It's not used that he used cream. The inner joy is reflected through the face. Inner bliss is reflected through the face. So that is the measure of a Gnani. Now you have to say, he also cautions. Do not be under the impression. There are many people joyful in a good circumstance. The moment difficult circumstance, their face will go down. Okay. Gnani's face is not at all changed based on circumstances. So people may come and go. Circumstances may change, but Gnani's face is blooming. So I'll give you an example of Ramana Maharshi. So Ramana Maharshi had a cancer called sarcoma. So, and doctors, he went to doctors for surgery. So doctor said, I want to give anesthesia. Ramana Maharshi said, no need. So doctor is doing surgery. Ramana Maharshi is not at all moving. After some time, doctor realized, oh my God, I have to give anesthesia. I forgot to give anesthesia. But Ramana Maharshi's face is not changing. In the intense pain also, his face is glowing. Pain or no pain, the face is full of radiant joy. Bliss of the self is reflected in the face, radiant. So Vashishta says, to recognize Gnani, his face is the mirror. Okay, but don't be under the impression that the face you have to observe. In good circumstances and bad circumstances, both time face should be glowing. Then it's okay. Only good circumstances face glows and bad circumstances glow. This is not Gnani, it's Adnani. So Vashishta Rishi gives the face as an indicator of the inner self. Okay. So Gnani also has a karma. Prarabdha karma will come. But it is completely, anything happen in life, he says, Prarabdha karma coming. He is not affected. He is completely detached. So this is the state of a Gnani. Any questions are there? Jivanmukta? Anybody on Zoom has a question?
Question tumba chanayitu Guruji. Class was very nice, very good. But in Gnani, Bhogavasana anta helidre, it's not temporary only, it's not.
I'm saying Bhogavasana is Gnani also be like a Mysore Pak, no? No, you have become Gnani, he should not eat Mysore Pak.
So that Gnani is very lucky then. Impression cannot go to him.
He doesn't even do anything. He doesn't even drink milk. He only drinks water. Nothing like that. He can enjoy that also.
Enjoy that. Vasanas won't get into the.
He's not attached to that.
Attached to that.
Are we clear?
Yeah. Tumba chanayitu Guruji. Very nice.
Any questions, Vaniji?
Hari Om, Prabhuji.
Hari Om.
Very beautiful talk, Prabhuji. But I had one question. Now this Kashaya, it can be compared to the film in a projector. Can we compare it like that? So that
Kashaya, in the film, right? In the film, in the projector, there are movie characters.
Yes.
Okay, the movie characters disappear. The scratches will be there. Still, some little bit blurred images will be there.
Okay.
Traces. The traces is called Kashaya. Kashaya, real meaning is traces. Traces of the impression that there is something called world.
So it's not that there is no film at all. there will be a film with blurred images.
Very blurred images. The world is becoming more and more distant.
Okay. So even in the waking state, you will see the physical world, but you will not feel, you will feel less and less related to it.
See, in stage
transactionally.
stage 4, the world is fully alive for a Gnani.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, it's like a dream. You're a lucid dream. You're woken up in the dream and you know it's a dream. But he can play the dream very well now in the stage 4. But why did the dream come? Because there's a kashaya, means trace of impression that there is something called world. In stage 5, 6, 7, the kashaya also starts going down. The dream doesn't get projected also easily.
So in the waking state, sometimes there may be no world seen also physically.
What do you mean by that?
The Jnani has his eyes open, but he is not even physically seeing the world. Is it like that? Or he's seeing the world, but
in stage 4, he is like for all purposes, appears like a normal human being only.
No, later stages.
Later stages, stage 5, okay, for him, he opens the world. The objects are not at all real. In the stage 4, objects are appearing. They appear to be real and he knows it's not real.
Okay.
The appearance also starts coming down. Not physically, not in the physical eyes, mentally. It's like a Dana Chakshu. In stage 5, okay, for example, some good news comes. Or something goes. For a person in 4, 5, it is not at all real. He is not even affected. In stage 4,
transactionally, impact will keep coming down.
Impact will keep coming down. In stage 4, Nani may act. Okay? If somebody tries to come and hit Nani, he may act also. Action is possible with a non-doership. In stage 5, 6, 7, the action also can come down because there's no object to be acted upon.
Okay. So no other will start occupying the whole attention.
Correct. No other, non-dual.
Non-dual.
Right? Purnima, any questions? Narsimurti?
No, Prabhuji, you have really spoken at length about this, many occasions also, but still we need to hear it again and again. Very beautiful, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay. Narsimurti?
This is, I have a question. I think it is an extension of what Vani ma'am has asked. My question is related to Trigunatita, Prabhuji. Is that Trigunatita sthiti happens because the mind is 100% resolved into its source and there is no scope for the vrittis to happen. Is it because of that, Prabhuji?
See, what you call as mind is nothing but Atma only.
Yeah, now it's a
what you call a wave is nothing but water only.
Water, yes.
Will wave get absorbed in the water? Wave is water only. You have wave can have an illusion that I am separate from water.
Yeah, that illusion, illusion goes away.
Illusion goes away. Then he is absorbed in a state called samadhi.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Samadhi, there is no mind. Mind is absorbed completely in the self.
Yes.
When he comes out of samadhi, vyutana stage, means he is interacting with the world, the mind appears.
Yes.
It appears full of sattva-guna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Right?
That means to say the small I vanishes and big I alone is there. That is the state of
small I does not vanish. Small I was never there.
It was not. No, that illusion vanishes in the sense that illusion is gone.
The illusion.
And, the big I, comes up by nature. It comes up.
By nature, no. It's always big I only was there.
It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Sriram, any questions? Gayatri.
Prabhuji, pranam.
Who is asking?
Nanu. Sorry, Deepa, Prabhuji.
Okay, Deepa. Henry, Bedaku.
ಇದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿವಿಟಿಗೆ ಆ ಜ್ಞಾನಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಹೃದಯ ತುಂಬಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬಾಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಅಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ರಿಶಿಯೇಟ್ ದಟ್ ಜ್ಞಾನಿ. So creative she makes, or whoever that makes it so beautiful.
Oh, there's no whoever. You think I have an assistant who can make it?
Allah Prabhuji, Allah, Gayatri, someone will be that session shuru ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ನೀವ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ ಸೆಷನ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೇನೋ ಅಂತ.
ಈ images, this images nobody can make.
Okay.
Okay. These images come
comes up on its own. But ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಗಿನರ್ ಇಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅದು it immediately flashes, we can understand it very easily through visual first.
Correct. So this is done by Prabhuji, the body called Prabhuji.
So ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅದು credit to ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ.
Okay, and there is nobody called Prabhuji. That's also a reality.
There is nobody called. It comes spontaneously only, and creativity.
Yeah. So the moment I sit in front of a computer, the image will come to me. Then I'll put the image.
Yes. So wonderful it is. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ.
And of course, thankfully today the image comes. Artificial intelligence is able to create the image. Earlier I didn't be able to create the image. Image comes, but I was not able to. I was struggling with the images. AI programs are able to create the image, which I say.
ಬಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಒಳಗೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ